You know, we've been alluding to the fact that we have another project.
Project number 25, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, I don't even
9.
know.
Yeah.
You guys, we have been talking about this for some time. We've been wanting to build the 2Fast 2Furious Skyline GT-R. We started looking into it. You know, we did actually acquire a R34 GT. Okay.
Too soon.
Too soon. Okay. They're not
Yeah,
cheap.
they're not cheap. They never were cheap. They were
Right.
cheaper, right? But they were never realistically cheap. Now they're unrealistically expensive.
Yeah, ridiculous. We like every little, tiny little detail on all of our builds.
Life is in the details.
Life is in the
It's
details.
true.
You know, it's funny,
Yeah.
we talk about this all the time. The one thing, when we first started talking about doing a Just Driven channel, we didn't want to paint ourselves into the corner of the Fast and Furious. And as much as we aren't in love with lots of graphics and lots of stickers and decals and whatnot, we can't help but recognize the fact that we all have an emotional tie to the franchise, the Fast and Furious. It goes back to Paul, it goes back 23 years.
It's
history.
the whole tuner era beginning, right? It's a big deal.
That movie really pulled me into JDM cars, probably more so than the past. And so when we decided we were going to do the Supra, during the construction of the Supra, I can't tell you how many times we took clips of the first movie and studied the actual car used in the film.
To focus on that accuracy, like you said, how many videos did we watch? How many magazines did we use? How many times did we call on Craig? How many times did Craig call on people, the guy who owns the original, right?
Well, and that's just it.
Every little detail. I remember, which it's not complete yet. We're still working on the sound system, but that alone was such a monumental, is a monumental task.
I know, and you know, and that's the thing that really I struggled with was trying to figure out, hang on, are we going to build the car like the steering wheel? It's got a blue steering wheel in it.
Right.
Go back and look at the movie. You'll never see a blue steering wheel.
Yeah, you screwed
Anywhere.
up, basically.
Anywhere in the movie. They chose to put a black steering wheel in the car, A, because the blue steering wheels get really dirty.
I know, we used the
little
shower
cover.
cap.
Right. You know, I'm not sure when Craig actually installed the blue steering wheel on the car. If you go back and look at the entire movie, you won't see a blue steering wheel anywhere. We put a blue steering wheel on it because that's what Craig's car had on it.
Yeah.
And that made its rounds on multiple publications and after the movie. So, yeah, and you know, with the price of GTRs going through the roof now, I mean, you're going to spend 80 to 100,000 and maybe even a lot more.
I think more. I think the average nicer GTR is 120, 130.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
And a super low kilometer one, $150, $160. Do we want to acquire one of those, change the color, put blue stripes on it, put a C West body kit on it, a C West wing?
No.
2Fast 2Furious, they used all real GTRs during the production of that movie. I believe it was 4, maybe 5 cars.
The invoice, boom, 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 boom.
I think, you know, Craig Lieberman did a whole thing on multiple videos on the 2Fast 2Furious cars. I'm no stranger to modifying a GT-T to look like a GTR. I've done 4 already. 4.
Very common practice now, especially with GTRs being 6-figure cars now.
Right, because these, you could buy GTTs. Now, mind you, the price is going up. The price is climbing on GTTs. The only commonality between a GTT and a GTR is the roof. The A-pillars, the doors. The window glass, your windshield, your quarter windows, your side windows, and your rear window glass are the same as a GTR. Everything else is different. Yeah, and so that leads us to why we're standing in front of a GTT and not a GTR as we are introducing the new project, the Tribute GTR from 2Fast 2Furious. What it really boils down to is GTRs aren't eligible for import legal under the 25-year rule until they're 25 years old. In '99, the R34 GTR came out. Fortunately for us and everybody else out there that wants a GTT, GTTs came out a year prior. This is in 1998. It came in...
first year of the ER34 is 98. Yeah, I don't know what the first month is, but the first year is 98.
From what I can tell, there were production in January and February. The mass production, both for the GTT in '98, was March. And same thing with GTRs.
Okay.
We bought this car almost a year and a half ago, and we've had it in storage over in Japan. Our friend Harrison is just an awesome dude, and he provided us with a really great facility to store our cars in. Once it became 25 years old, we put it on a boat, and voila. You've got the list. of how much all the parts are.
Yeah, it's 2 pages, and that's not the entire list. You know, the final total number it's up there for all the parts.
That's the thing, guys.
It's over 10 grand.
Yeah, it's going to probably be over 20 when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable how quickly everything is just increased in value. This is a 34 ER34. It's not a GTR R34. Nope. It is the RB25, the Neo motor, so it has the variable valve timing, which is amazing. Yep. Surprised that Nissan never really offered that on the RB26, although HKS pretty much developed their own VCAM variable.
And now people are throwing the 25 on the 26.
Right.
You know, 25 head on the 26 bottom end. And,
I mean, that makes sense. Alex, what does this say?
It says SR20s are the best.
We did an event in, I believe it was 08, where I had a red GT-T fully converted over to a GTR. And what an amazingly fun car. It's a lot lighter car, tail happy. And
it likes to steer.
It likes to steer.
Yeah.
Big fan of doing these. A lot of people have asked me, I've had multiple R34 GTRs. I really prefer a GT-T with a 34 skin. That leads us where we are today. And voila. So this is our new project. The nice thing about going back a year and a half is we've been able to acquire all the original, brand new C-West body kit, wing. You know, the wheels are en route. And look, guys, the shop is an absolute mess. As mentioned earlier, if you've looked at some of our earlier videos, it's been a minute. It's been over a month since we've posted a
moving,
video.
Business license, everything else involved.
So we've got a new building. We've got our lifts have all been moved over to the new building. The construction of the office, they're just finishing up and wrapping up some of the details there. We're going to run this over to the new place, and we're going to lay out all the parts, and we're going to share all that with you guys. You know, so stay tuned. I think you're going to like this video. This has been kind of a long, drawn-out introduction, so apologize.
This is the no intro. But dude, you should drive it because I've already driven it a few times. It's good.
Yeah,
it's a good car. You tell me what you think about it.
I haven't driven it yet.
I have one complaint about how it drives, but it's something we're going to be changing out anyway.
Yeah. I mean, that's the best part. We get to swap everything out that we don't like. All right, let's do it.
Cool.